Welcome once again. In last video related to the chapter of correlation, we have discussed how to calculate probable error and what is the use of probable error. In that video we have learned if value of correlation is greater than 6p, then our correlation will be significant, otherwise our correlation value will be insignificant. In today's video also we are going to discuss something from the correlation chapter. That topic is correlation in the time series. If time series is given, how to calculate value of correlation, today we will learn in this video. So if time series is given, like I have written a question, that is the time from 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 to 24 data is given. Supply index is given 90, 95, 94, 96, 101, etc. And the price index is also given. We are to calculate the correlation between supply index and price index. For that, very first we will calculate the moving average. Moving average for the 3-year maybe also, moving average maybe 5-year also. So the very first we will get the moving average of getting correlation in time series. Firstly, suppose we are getting 3 years moving averages over there, then we will get the difference between the moving average and actual value, that will be called dx, and getting d square x. Similarly, in this series also we get the 3-year or 5-year moving average, then we will get the value of dy and d square y and dx dy. So the formula will be same, n is equal to sigma dx dy divided by sigma d square x multiplied by sigma d square y. So very first what we have to do for getting correlation in time series, the very first we will get 5-year moving average or 3-year moving average. So the first step to calculate moving average. After calculating moving average, we will get the differentiation dx is equal to actual value minus moving average. Then we will get the square of this deviation. Similarly, we will get dy also actual value minus moving average, and we will get the d square y, and then the multiplication of dx and dy. Then with the help of this formula, r is equal to sigma dx dy divided by under root sigma d square x and sigma d square y, we will get very easily, we can get the correlation between time series. It's a new topic. So generally we do not discuss this topic. So I am having one question related to for getting moving average. We are having 3 years moving average. So first 90 plus 95 plus 94 divided by 3. So first one is 90 plus 95 plus 94 equal divided by 3. So first is 93. This is the average. What we have done, 90 plus 95 plus 94 divided by 3. So the value is 279 divided by 3, that is 93. Again moving average, it means againly we will having these three, that is 95 plus 94 plus 96 divided by 3. So againly 279 minus 90 adding value 96, so equal 285 divided by 3. So next moving average will be 95. So here second moving average is 95. Againly 94, 96 and 1 will be added. So this is 3-year moving average is over there. So what we are doing? we are getting the moving average adding 1, 2, 3 divided by 3, then 1, 2, 3 divided by 3, then 1, 2 and 3, that is 94 plus 96 plus 101 divided by 3, that is 97. Similarly, for this 96 plus 101 plus 100. So 96 plus 101 plus 100 divided by 3, that is 99. Similarly, for 100, that is 300 divided by this will be 100. Next, 199 plus 107 divided by 3. So 102, this moving average. Next one, 99 plus 99 plus 107 plus 103 divided by 3. So that is 103. And last, 103, 107 plus 103 plus 108 divided by 3. So that is 106. So the very first, what you are to do, you have to calculate the moving average. For getting moving average, we have added 90, 95, 94 divided by 3, then 95, 94, 96 divided by 3, then 94, 96, 101 divided by 3, 96, 101, 100 divided. It means in each average, we will leave one item and adding one item. Here 90, 95, 94 was there. Now leave 90, adding 96. So 95, 94, 96 divided by 3. Again leave 95, adding 101. Then 94, 96, 101 divided by 3. Similarly, we will get this is a moving 3 years moving average. So this is 3 years moving average is over. Then you can having the 5 years moving average also. No problem at all. Similarly, we will get the moving average of the second series also. So very first, what we have done, this is moving average. Now moving average of X. This is moving average of X series. Suppose this is our Y series. So moving average of Y. So very first we will add all three items. That is 115 plus 1110 plus 111. 115 plus 1110 plus 111 divided by 3, that is 336 divided by 3, that is 112. So first moving average is 112. Now second 110 111, that both will be new add, that is 100 divided by 3. So 321 divided by 3, that is 107. 1110 plus 111 plus 100 divided by 3, so 107, this moving average. Similarly, we will get these three, that is 111 plus 198 divided by 3, so this moving average is 103. Then 198 plus 102 divided by 3, that is 100. Next one, 200, 306, 306, that is 102. Next one, these all three, 206 also, that is 102. Then these three, that is also equal 102. 106 plus 98 plus 102 divided by 3. Okay. Last one, 98 plus 98 plus 102 plus 97 divided by 3, that is 99. So we have calculated, very first we have calculated 3 moving average. First is absent, adding 3 divided by 3, adding these 3 divided by 3, adding these 3 divided by 3, adding these 3 divided by this, adding these 3 divided by 3. So the very first we have calculated the value of moving average here. Next, for getting dx here 95 minus 93, that is plus 2. 94 minus 95, that is minus 1. 96 minus 97, that is minus 1. 101 plus 91, that is plus 2. 100 minus 100 is 0. 99 minus this is minus 3. 10, this is plus 4. And this is minus 3. So this is the value of dx. The value of dx is minus 2 plus 2 plus 2 minus 1 plus 2 0 minus 3 plus 4 and minus 3. Okay. So the d square x, that is 4 1 1 4 0 9 16 9. Now dy, for dy there is a difference between both of them. 100 110 minus 112, that is minus 2. 110 minus plus 4. 100 minus 3. 98 minus 2. 0 plus 4 minus 4 plus 3. So here the dx, this is d square x, and dy, d square y require, that is 4 16 9 4 0 16 16 and 9. Now dx dy also require. So 2 multiply 2, that is minus 4. 1 minus 4. 3 3, that is plus 3. Minus and minus plus. Minus 4. 0 multiply 0. 3 minus 12. 4 multiply 4, that is minus 16. 3 multiply 3, that is minus 9. So now we will get the total of this. First one, d square x, we require 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 9. So this value is 44. This also require 20 plus 13, 20 plus 13 plus 32 plus 9, that is 74. And this 4 minus value, again 4 minus value, 3 plus value, again 4 minus value, 12 is minus value, 16 is minus value, and 9 is minus value. So minus 46 is over there. So we have calculated the value. First one is 44, second one is 74, okay, and third one is 46. All the correct value is over there. For getting correlation value, r is equal to sigma dx dy divided by under root sigma d square x guna sigma d square y. So value of r, that is minus 46 divided by 44 multiplied by 74. So the value of r, firstly we will having 44 multiply 74 equal to under root 57.06. So minus 46 upon 57.06. So the value of correlation will be 46 divided by 57.06, that is minus 807. So there is a higher degree negative correlation between supply index and price index. So if time series data is given, or we have to calculate the correlation between the time series data, so very easily we are having, firstly we are having the average, moving average, whether it may be 3 years or whether it may be having 5 years. Age in question paper mention, you should having the calculation of the moving average. Then we are having the difference 95 plus 95 minus 93 plus 2, 94 minus 95 minus 1, getting this. Similarly 1110 minus 112 minus 2, we are having first one dx d square x dy d square y and getting dx dy. Then the formula is the same for the Karl-Pearson method, the direct method for the Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation. The formula was r is equal to sigma dx dy divided by under root sigma d square x and sigma d square y. The same formula we will use to calculate correlation coefficient in time series data, and easily we will get there is a higher degree negative correlation between both of the series. So I think with the help of this video you may be learn how to calculate Karl-Pearson, how to calculate value of correlation between if time series is given. Thank you very much.